over a month away.
That's right. I think it's August 22nd to be exact.
Sweet
really
Misery is the
pretty.
title
Sweet
of
Misery.
the new
right.
album.
Yeah.
Any particular inspiration for the title of the new album?
No, we were. It's a song from the record, which we'll play for you here in a bit. But
All
it
right.
was the idea that, misery obviously sounds so incredibly negative, but the sweet in front of it, it's kind of the beauty of loving something enough for it to hurt you.
Ouch.
I can relate to that.
Feels.
Something about that. It hit home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Take your time.
Ow.
Whose wife is a therapist? Raise your hand.
But no, always so great to have Will here in studio, as we mentioned from time to time. A true Middle Tennessee original. In fact, how many are you guys from Nashville, born and raised right here in Middle Tennessee?
No, man, this is the most intercontinental band I've ever had.
Yeah?
So, Chris lives here. Our bass player is from Detroit and lives here.
Okay.
Everybody else is from. We got 2 from New Jersey and 1 from Virginia.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So just kind of from the Mississippi east, pretty
Yeah.
much. We got it covered.
Yeah,
So.
of course. Got to keep them east of the Mississippi.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah, that's we actually had our new friend James Austin Johnson joined us yesterday
Yeah.
morning. I don't know if you caught any of that,
Yeah.
but local boy,
Yeah.
making good, man. He's going
I
into
know.
his 5th season on SNL. That was a lot of fun. So that we've got a streak. We're gonna have to see if we can book another
I know.
Nashville, Middle Tennessee native on tomorrow's show. That's
Yeah.
right. But we kind of got everything dialed in here. You guys are gonna play a couple songs for us.
We're
right?
gonna try it. Yeah.
All right. So you want to lead off with that title track,
Let's
or
do
what do you
it.
want to play first?
Yeah, this is called Sweet Misery.
All right, we've got Will Hoge live here in the Lightning 100 studio.
It's coming down hard tonight. Talking to this TV like it's an old friend of mine. I stumbled down the rabbit hole, place where any sane man knows he shouldn't go. Oh, gently she comes to me. I bite the hook again. Oh, wolf in sheep's clothing. She reaches for my hand. Misery, sweet misery. When no one else is hanging around, oh, I know that I can always count on her to be right by my side, keeping me somewhat satisfied. I'm chased around upstairs and down. She's always loved to dance. I learned the risk of losing it, but I still take the chance on misery. Sweet misery.
Lightning 100. We've got Will Hoge in the Lightning 100 studio, and that was not miserable at all. But
I was thinking more like, and that is how it's done.
All right.
Very minimal line check. Just showed up, set up,
it
and
sounded so great.
and kudos, man. You can't even hear the
I love it,
keyboards.
Mark, our piano
and just
player.
absolutely nail it.
Playing.
It is, and it sounds great, and not one off note, not a
Chris
single
It
one.
sounds
hopes it's
really,
not. He's like, oh,
really
finally.
I kind of forgot that part that you can't hear it. You sound great, honestly. Yeah, it sounds very expensive in here, and
All good notes, finally, and he couldn't even hear it. But no, they heard it out in Radioland. We are also streaming volume.com/lightning100 if you want to take a peek inside the studio, as we've got Will and the band here in the Lightning 100 studio, and it's always so much fun. So, Will, tell us a little bit about like writing the songs for this, how
Where
you
have
picked
you
the
been,
songs.
man?
Oh man, I'm just hanging in East Nashville, eating sandwiches and stuff.
But no, how did this album come about? Has it been any different from your previous albums as far as like, are they all new songs? Did you kind of go back to maybe some that didn't make a previous record and
No,
rework some, or how did this
it was all
collection come together?
It was all new, and it was interesting because we re-released on vinyl for the first time the first record, Carousel, which of course you guys have always been so supportive of for decades now, and then the second record, Blackbird on a Lonely Wire. Those were 25th anniversary, so we wanted to do vinyl of those, and when we did, I was kind of spending time with those records and that kind of style of record, this really sort of up the middle, jangly kind of rock and roll records that I have always loved, and made a few. I haven't done that in a while, and so I was writing some songs, and at the time the band wasn't really together. I'd had some guys leave, and so I brought my friend Mark, who is the silent keyboard player over here, and another pal of mine, Eric Hall, who's in a great band called Red, Wanting Blue that I had produced a record for. We came to Nashville and we did 7 of the songs, just the 3 of us, kind of as demos, and wasn't really sure what that was going to be. And then I was scheduled to produce a record for a pal of mine named Dave Haas, and Tim Haas, his brother, and ended up having to cancel, but I'd already booked this really great, I put a band together for the studio. And so at that point, I just kept that band together and went in and just did my record. I wrote a few more songs, and Mark came down and was a part of that and had really great guys. Chris has been my longtime bass player. He was there. Our friend Adam Willard played drums. My friend Nathan Keeterly played guitar. And then so we did the record and then started putting this sort of band together after that. And it's been really, really great to get to. We did our first run kind of with this crew last week. And honestly, we just learned a bunch of these songs yesterday. So it's been fun. The process of recording was, it felt a little more old school like it had been in the past. And
like everybody play at once and you track everything.
Even
and
the stuff that we did before that Mark and Eric and I had done, we went back and either played the full band and I re-sang it. There were a couple things that we used from those initial sessions because those were really fun. But it was just...
So just that live energy of everybody playing together, minimal overdubs, that kind of thing.
It
like
feels
capturing
raw
that live
already.
song.
I mean, it feels already that like we got to enjoy a moment of just hanging like you do so well.
And we did a version of this yesterday just at the studio at home, and it's nice to feel those songs and be like, oh, okay, it's just gonna be us in a room playing. Like,
it's
all
nice
right.
to feel music.
Yeah. Somebody said it
actual
felt like real music, and I thought that was pretty complimentary. Like, that's what we're going for, I guess.
Yeah.
Just guys
Real
getting
music.
together in a room to jam, and you're probably not going to jam in a room smaller than this. So if you can make it work in the Lightning 100 studio, I mean, and you got at 9:35 in the morning, I think you guys are
feels
getting
like
it
a
done.
good step forward.
Absolutely. So Will Hoge here in studio again. The new album Sweet Misery will be available August 22nd. Is it available now for like the pre-save?
Yeah, you can do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You can get vinyl ordered through the website, or you can go to your local record store and get it pre-ordered and all of those things too.
Very cool.
Love
and
a pre-order.
Yeah, and if you, I actually need to pick up Carousel and Blackbird on a Lonely
I know a
Wire.
guy that can bring one by here. I got a guy that can make this happen.
I know I've got it on CD, but I think I need a copy of each on vinyl too. So
it was fun to do those on vinyl, and we re-recorded because the masters for Blackbird had been lost by Atlantic, and so we
Really?
just went in and Taylor's versioned everything and re-recorded it all, and that was really fun too. And that kind of set the precedent for this Sweet Misery record too. It kind of put us in the right mindset.
Is that what they told you? Atlantic just said, we don't know where it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was real casual. I was like, it's cool. It's only a huge part of my life, but I'm glad that you are real cavalier about this.
Exactly. Well, because I remember the fire that was in Southern California that burned up. I know there were a bunch of master recordings and films and stuff.
Ours were there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which, you know, in the laundry list of things that burn up, I'm sure that my second record is not the highest on their list, but it was important to me.
Exactly. Those masters. Yeah. But that's so cool that you got a chance to kind of go in and not so much reimagine it, but just kind of re-explore those songs. And did you take them straight to tape?
We did.
Yeah.
And, you know, we did reimagine a couple of things. It's nice. You know, I feel fortunate that most of the records that I've made, I don't go back decades later and listen and go like, ooh, really missed the mark on that, right? But there are little things that was like, what would I do, you know, now as a sort of a grown man? And it was nice because it felt like a more, I don't want to say mature, but
elevated.
Seasoned.
I like elevated. Seasoned and elevated version of, It was really fun to get to do it.
Very cool. So, going to play another one for us from the new record.
Please.
Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, this is my spot in my studio where I write all the time. It looks right out of the front of the house, and there's a couple of big windows, and I spend, you know, just hours kind of looking out and making up stories and singing songs. And this was one, especially during COVID, where everything felt incredibly dark and dismal. I felt like all I could do was sort of keep those windows clean and clear and then just look out at the world and hope that things would get better. And it's called Keeping My Windows Clean. The sun ain't shone for a while now. Seems like a year cold hard rain. It's been falling long as I can remember. It's like the whole world's got hurt on the brain. Everybody's wrapped up in nothing, all locked up and hiding away. Here I am with pencil and paper, just trying to find something to say. Yeah, I wish I had something to say. I'm sitting here waiting on blue skies, in spite of all the things that I've seen. There's not a lot left I can do, so I'm just keeping my windows clean. A leafless gray tree in the front yard, see an old man out walking a dog. I smile and wave and we'll both act like we haven't been lonely too long. Oh God, I've been lonely so long. I'm sitting here waiting on blue skies, in spite of all the things that I've seen. There's not a lot left I can do, so I'm just keeping my windows clean. Yeah, I'm keeping my windows clean. Someday I'll see something blooming, see a bluebird just drift on the breeze. This echo's my only companion as I sit and wait on the black clouds that finally leave. I'm sitting here waiting on blue skies, in spite of all the things that I've seen. There's not a lot left I could do, so I'm just keeping my windows clean. Yeah, I'm sitting here waiting on blue skies, in spite
letting that ring out because I was just so satisfying. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Will Hoge in the studio with the full band, very crammed into our Lightning 100 studio, which makes it feel very homey and comfortable. And I love it. And like, gosh, your voice is, for me, obviously very nostalgic because we've known each other for a really long time.
A very long time.
Man, that song, I feel like it's a treasure.
Thank you.
It's like it's so good. And the words and like even not the physical windows, but the windows to your soul or your eyes usually. So I'm hoping a lot of people just sing that to themselves when they need it.
I feel like I have carved out a catalog of heartbreaking, sad, depressing songs.
You mean some Sweet Misery? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's that. And so it's nice to feel like occasionally you get one that's laced with hope. So I hope that that's something that people will.
It's very human.
Yeah.
You've like really, I mean, music, people can dance and whatever, but when you can make it an actual character that you can walk with, I think that's very important.
You saying that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you guys sincerely for always being so supportive. It's, I grew up listening to this station, and we've talked about that a million times.
Yeah.
But to get to hear a record, 20 plus years in your career on this station again is it really incredible. Thank you for all the support for all these years.
Yeah, we love you, Will. Thank you for, putting out the great music. And you've played so many of our shows and, no stranger to the Nashville Sunday night stage.
That's right.
It's always a good time.
And maybe we'll do Uptown Mix again at some point, right? It'll be great.
Just got to find a spot, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Uptown Mix, let's go. Some of you are like, what? What is that?
All the radios just clicked up like, I don't know what they're talking about. Like that Bruno Mars song, Uptown Mix?
Well, you try to explain to people, no, we had a show. Like where? It's like, well, there's a building there. Well, it wasn't always
It was a gravel parking lot, though, I swear.
Yeah.
2x4s.
And it was free. Free? Free.
The stage might have fallen apart a couple times, but it's okay. Everyone survived.
Everybody made it.
It's called, music scars.
But again, willhoge.com. You can pre-order the new album, Sweet Misery. It'll be out August 22nd. Also, check out the tour dates. I know we have a lot of folks that maybe are visiting here in Nashville and they found us here on Lightning 100. I know we have a lot of folks that are streaming, maybe watching on volume.com. If you are, thanks so much for joining us.
I got the Lisa cam tomorrow.
Yes, and streaming us from the website as well. So you guys are actually getting ready to hit the road. You got a show coming up North Carolina on Friday night.
Yeah, I got to work over in Greensboro for a bit, and then we'll be back out West Coasting and in the Northeast and
St. Louis, Kansas City, Iowa City. Let's see, Minneapolis, Oklahoma, through Texas, Phoenix, and then up the West Coast,
That's right.
California, up through Oregon, Seattle. It's
and there could be some sort of announcement about Nashville sometime soon. Maybe
really?
we'll come back and discuss that when that happens. Maybe there could be a couple of nights.
We have this way of getting word out to people. So you just let us know.
We'll do that.
We'll be happy.
Great. Maybe it'll be one of those things that involves this radio station.
Oh,
What am I to say?
wow. Exclusives being secretly.
Breadcrumbs just dropped all around.
Very, very interesting.
Very
Stay tuned here to
interesting.
Nashville's Independent Radio. Of course, we love playing Will. We're going to continue to play Will. We love supporting local artists, and there's nobody better or more local than you are, my friend.
Yeah, for real.
Appreciate that.
Born and raised. So again, willhoge.com, pre-order the new album and check out the tour dates if you're not here in Nashville, and stay tuned to Lightning 100 to find out about Nashville shows coming up later in the year. But with that, we're going to wrap up this edition of Lightning in the Morning. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Guys, thank you again for being here. Sounding great. And it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you got to feel good about hitting the road, getting ready to play these songs live for the masses. So very exciting. Safe travels to all of you, and hope to see you back here, not only in Nashville, back in studio real soon.
Sure.
You
Thanks,
come back
y'all.
when you
Appreciate
get back to town. Will Hoge joining us as we wrap up another edition of Lightning in the Morning here on Nashville's Independent Radio.
Lightning 100.